The robot's glowing green eyes swiveled to stare at the boy.
Tisk, 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 tisk,
Nanny chirped.
You are 5 minutes late for family time.
So? The boy shrugged.
You will make your parents unhappy.
No, I won't. I could be an hour late and they wouldn't care. They'd be glad. More time to talk sunspots.
Tut, tut. That is no way for a little boy to speak of his parents.
It's true, the boy shouted. He stood up so fast the chair tipped over.
Spots, spots, spots!
He ran out of the cafeteria. The apple lay forgotten on the table. Though every muscle tensed for action, Rat dared not move while Nanny remained. The robot might look dumpy, but its senses were much more like rats. They were better than rats. The glowing green eye surveyed the mess.
Tisk, tisk, tisk,
Nanny chirped, then whizzed off after the boy. Hurry, or she might not beat the gobbler. But Rat forced herself to stay still a bit longer. Listen. She heard the scritch-rip of the boy's Velcro boots fading as he ran. She heard the whir of Nanny's motor grow faint as it followed the boy. That was all. Rat loved those boots. Everyone on the space station wore them. Everyone made noise when they moved. Rat could never be caught by surprise, not, at least, by a human. The vent was hinged on top. 2 plastic clips held the bottom shut. Even though Rat used this vent often, she always put the clips back on. She did not want the fix-it robots to get suspicious. She grasped the first clip with both front paws and braced her back legs against the sidewall. She pushed. The first clip slid off, then the second. Lucky for Rat, no screws. Rat lowered herself onto a pipe on the wall below the vent. The grate slid heavy against her back. She held it open with her hind foot. She flicked her tail out so that it would not get pinched. Just as the grate clacked shut, a door opened in the ceiling above the table and a thick hose dropped down. Chompers and slurpers were on the end of it. Rat made a wild slide to the floor and dashed across. She jumped to the tabletop. Bite. Snap. The gobbler's steely jaw got the other end of the apple core. Rat looked into the black hole of its dark mouth. She pulled and twisted and gulped for air. The apple core broke. With a mushy slurp, part of it was vacuumed up by the gobbler, but Rat got the biggest piece. She ran. The gobbler snuffled and sponged at the sticky places, then set the chair back on its legs. Safe in the air vent, Rat devoured her prize. But it wasn't enough. It was never enough. Rat put the clips back on the bottom of the vent. She stared at the empty, spotlessly clean cafeteria. Not even a breadcrumb in a corner. Itch! Rat licked the scab on her right shoulder. She tasted more new skin, less crusty scab. Almost healed. Just before escaping her cage, Rat did that to herself. She chewed through her own skin. She bit out the rice-sized seek chip tracker the scientists put into every lab animal. Wicked scientists. They taught Rat about skyscrapers and security alarms and ventilation systems, how to find computer rooms and vaults and executive boardrooms. But nothing about space stations, nothing about food machines. She was supposed to carry food in a body pack when on missions, along with spy tools and weapons. The pea-sized food pellets tasted terrible, but each one was crammed with a whole day's nutritional needs. Rat had planned carefully. She had made sure she could steal a body pack when she escaped. She had torn the communications gear from the body pack. Even without the seek chip in her shoulder, without the radio, one of the terrible wheeled jaws had found her. Lucky for Rat, the sniffer's teeth had sunk into the body pack instead of her. She'd popped the catches, slipped out of the pack, and gotten away. Fleeing the bewildered robot, she had turned the wrong way. Rat looked through the grate at the sealed metal face.